to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. I am back with another video for you guys, and in today's video we are going to be talking about a topic that a lot of JWs actually don't know about. Okay, so I will be exposing this secret house that JWs don't talk to you about when they come door to door to you, and probably JWs doesn't even know about this place. We're gonna talk about a house called Beth Sarim, okay, and why it is tied to Watchtower, and the hypocrisy of this thing, because I had to do some research about this and it's just absolutely ridiculous. Um so I will be exposing this on in this video. So anyway, this video may be on the lengthy side because I do have a lot of points I have to make. I might make it like pretty fair and short, but just to fair warn you. Okay, but let us get right into this video, you guys. I'm pretty actually excited to make this video because I know there are a lot of JWs that probably doesn't know about this house. Okay, and here's the thing, like as a Christian, right? Because I'm a Christian, right? I have to expose the darkness and bring it to light. And that's what I'm doing. I'm exposing the hypocrisy. I'm exposing the darkness and bringing it to light so that people may know about Jesus Christ and may turn away from this false, fake, and destructive religion. Okay? Because people need to leave this cult. I said it is a cult. Alright, I know there have been some JWs in my comment section, kind of upset. Listen, I'm just here to speak the truth, whether you like it or not, okay? But anyway, so for real, let's get to this video. So I'm on their website, jw.org. I'm going to briefly be on their website because I want to show you guys something, how the Watchtower hides stuff from their members. So like I said, I had to do research about this house, Beth Sarim. And I had to do like a bunch of extensive research or whatnot. So I went on the jw.org website to see if, Beth Sarim would be there. If they have any articles, because I know JWs always have an article, okay, about something, okay, because they just make these articles all the time and twisting scripture. So I thought, okay, probably they're gonna have an article. Okay, already popped up because I already did research. So I went on it, and you really don't see an article about Beth Sarim. Okay, so you don't really see anything like kind of breaking down about Beth Sarim, unlike these type of articles right here. You see like these articles right here, like they have all these other articles, but when I went to the one about Beth Sarim, I didn't see like an article like the ones I showed you guys just now. Okay, so I am going to explain what this place is, because I know a lot of JWs don't know what this house is, and it's time for you to wake up, okay? It's really time for you to wake up and know the truth, because you cannot be stuck in one place, okay, thinking that you have the truth. But I have exposed this organization multiple times, okay? And it's like what they teach and their beliefs is wrong. But anyway, so I'm gonna show you guys a picture of this house. Okay, this is the house right here. Beth Sarim. Okay, so this is the house. This is a mansion. Okay, it's a mansion. So this is a secret place that the watchtower doesn't tell the members. Probably there is some Jehovah Witnesses that does know about this house, but I know most JWs actually don't know about Beth Sarim. Okay, so I'm gonna try to explain, what this place is, what it was, and how the watchtower is really hiding this from their members, and how JWs are hiding this thing from people, and it's just completely ridiculous. Okay, so we need to know who John Rutherford is. Joseph Rutherford. Yeah. So Joseph Rutherford, this guy right here, right? This guy right here. So who he was a second member, sorry, not the second member, the second president of the Watchtower Tract Society. Okay. It says it right here. Hold on. So sorry, guys. Okay. He was an American religious leader and the second president of the Incorporated Watchtower Bible and Tract Society. He played a primary role in the organization and doctoral development of the Jehovah Witnesses, which emerged from the Bible student movement established by Charles Taze Russell. So after Charles Taze Russell passed away, Joseph Rutherford, he took over that position. Okay, so he took over that position after Russell died. So he took over. So then after he took over the JW organization, okay, um what happened, right? He said that he was going to build this house. Okay, he was going to build this house called Beth Sarim, right? And he said that this house was meant for Bible patriarchs, okay? So people like David, Abraham, Saul. He said like a bunch of big biblical figures in the Bible. He said that he was going to make he was going to build this house for these Bible figures to live in. Okay, so he was going to make this mansion for these Bible figures like Abraham, Saul, David, who else, like Esther, Samuel, like all these biblical figures in the Bible. Okay, so what Rutherford was saying as well was that these people was going to come back on earth. So he was saying that, okay, so David, Saul, Abraham, like Esther, and all these other people, they're gonna come back on earth and they're going to live in this mansion. Like I said before, a lot of Jehovah Witnesses do not know about this house. Okay? And this is why, and you see how deceptive this is, okay? Because he's saying, listen here, like, you know, this house, this mansion is gonna house Abraham, Jacob, Joseph, Esther, Saul, and all these people in the Bible, and that they're supposed to come back on earth. But here's the thing, you see, when you don't go back into scripture, you are going to be lost, because I don't know where in scripture does it say that there will be a mansion called Beth Sarim that would house these people, because there's nowhere in scripture that speaks about this. Okay, so we already know off the bat that this is deceptive. JWs, I know you use a fake Bible, okay, the New World Translation, which I do believe it's a horrible translation. even in that translation, it doesn't even say that. And that's a faulty translation. Okay? So, this is what Rutherford believed, and he built this house for these people, these really big biblical figures. Okay? And Rutherford, and I can even go on and on, because Rutherford had a very key role in the Jehovah Witness organization, like spreading or whatnot, this cult, okay? Because he did a lot of things that were very, very shady and very, very scammerish. Same thing like Charles Taze Russell, okay? So now we have to figure out what was the real truth behind this mansion. Okay, what was the real truth behind this Beth Sarim mansion? Because here's the problem. Jehovah Witnesses has a lot of failed prophecies. Okay, there have been multiple failed prophecies over the years within the JW organization. They have failed multiple times. They have said things saying that how Jesus will return in 1914, Jesus will return in 1925, and several other dates, 1975, and none of those things happened. So they have a tendency of making false prophecies, which the Bible makes it very clear. If anyone makes a prophecy and says it in God's name and it does not happen, that person is false. Okay? That person is false. That passage of scripture is in Deuteronomy, okay? So these people is making these false prophecies, these false predictions about the end times multiple times. Okay? So now we have to figure out what this place was really about. Okay? We need to understand what it was really about and the real truth behind this place, because I know JWs, they've made a lot of false prophecies, a lot of false things over the years, okay? And it's still going on to this day, okay? This just shows that they're not from God, unfortunately. Okay? So, what this place or what this mansion was really about, okay? This mansion was a mansion for Rutherford. He lived in this mansion for I don't even know how long. But this mansion was not for biblical figures and what he claimed, because that was like a cover up. Okay, that right there was a cover up. There's a picture. This is pretty old, but this is a picture of him. He's in the mansion. He's like standing on the step, but this is him. But Rutherford lived in this mansion. Okay? He lived in this mansion, you guys. So this claim of saying that it was for David and Saul and Esther and all these people in the Bible was a false lie. And like I said, if you don't know the Bible, you are going to be lost in the sauce. Because like I said, nowhere in scripture does it say that this mansion, Beth Sarim, will be built and it would house the people like David and Saul and Solomon and Esther and Ruth and all these people. Nowhere in scripture. Here's another picture. Hopefully I can find it. This is another picture. This is Rutherford again. You see him chilling by this fireplace here, sitting down. Rutherford used this house. He used this mansion to live there. It was not this thing of saying, oh, it's going to house the people of It's gonna house David and Solomon, all these biblical figures. That was a fake lie. That was a fake lie. A fake lie. And multiple times, Rutherford as well has made many false predictions, because I believe he made a false prediction talking about when Jesus will return. And people sold their houses, people sold their land, and it didn't happen. And also, a lot of people don't know that when these prophecies didn't happen, a lot of people left the JW organization. Like, a lot of people left the religion. A lot of people left the religion because they came to find out that this organization is speaking a bunch of lies. It's a bag of lies. That is exactly what it is. This man Rutherford is a scammer. Scammer. Okay? He's a scammer. So, and another thing I will say and I will add here, okay? They have made a lot of predictions as well about Armageddon. Okay, this is another, or still a preached topic within the JW organization, is about Armageddon. They have made Watchtower, okay, and Weatherford as well, has made many predictions about Armageddon. Basically, if you don't know what Armageddon is, JWs has this thought that there is this event where the whole humankind will be burned up. Like, if anybody is not a Jehovah Witness, you're going to be burnt. Okay, you're going to be utterly destroyed by Armageddon. Okay, and JWs has made multiple, and I can't even count how many prophecies they've made about Armageddon, and they've never happened. Never. And this is still a topic that JW still to this day preach about, is about Armageddon. It's about Armageddon. This is still a topic that they preach about, and I've made a video a while back talking about that topic, because it's just completely ridiculous. But anyway, so back to Beth Sarim, okay? So, like I said, they're making a lot of false prophecies. They're doing all these things that are wrong, and they're just tricking people, fooling people, deceiving people. They have a deceiving spirit, okay? They're deceiving people with the lies and the falsehood, okay? So, after, I'm going to give you guys a little history lesson really quickly. So, after Joseph Rutherford, after he passed away, the house was still there. Okay, so after he passed away, the house was still there. Then there was a new leader that came about. Okay, there was a new leader that came about, and after, when they had their next president for the Watchtower Tract Society organization, they sold that house. So they sold this Beth Sarim house because it was very much a huge embarrassment. But not only that, but they wanted to cover this up. Okay? They wanted to cover this up, to cover up the scammerish ways of the Watchtower. They wanted to cover it up. Okay? They wanted to cover it up. So they sold this home. This home was sold. They had to sell it. They had to sell the home because they wanted to get rid of the evidence. They wanted to get rid of the evidence. And this is one thing about the Watchtower is they like to hide things from people. They like to just hide a bunch of stuff from people. Okay? And I can go on and on about some of the stuff they've been hiding from folks, from the congregation. And this is why you don't hear about this house. There have been some Jehovah Witnesses that probably doesn't even know about Beth Sarim. Probably you're watching this video and you don't know about Beth Sarim. Okay? This is why this place is really not talked about, because it was hidden from the public. It was hidden from the congregation. So it was like kept on the low. It was kept on the low. But I'm here to expose it, because people are going to see the monstrosity of this. Because I can literally go to my Bible and I can try to see this place, Beth Sarim, but I can't find it. Because nowhere in Scripture does it speaks about this place. So we know off the bat that this is a falsehood thing. JWs has made multiple claims as well about Jesus returning. The Bible makes it very clear. No one will know the time or hour when Jesus will return. The angels doesn't know. Even Jesus himself doesn't know. But the Father is the only one that knows when Jesus is going to return back on earth. And they've made multiple false predictions about Jesus returning, and it's never happened. So you already know this place, this organization is false. It is false. It's not the truth, but it's false. It's a falsehood organization. I've said it already. It's a cult. If you're a Jehovah's Witness watching this, I really do hope that your eyes is open here. And I highly do encourage you to do research about this, if you can. But this right here is just absolutely ridiculous. Jehovah's Witnesses is hiding this house. They are hiding this house from people. They don't want people to know about Beth Sarim, to really completely expose their falsehood and to expose that they are a false religion, that they are a false organization. They are false. They don't teach on the Bible, but they teach man-made stuff. They listen to man, not to God. But if you're a Jehovah's Witness watching this video, I do hope your eyes is opened so you see the monstrosity of this. And I would highly suggest you as well to do research as well about this place even more, like diving a little bit more deeper, even getting into Rutherford and his shady business, because Rutherford did a lot of shady stuff. Okay? A lot of shady stuff. And it's wild. It's literally wild. It's just, it's wild. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it wasn't too long, but I hope you guys enjoyed. There will be more videos to come. I did make a post speaking about this, but I'll announce it in this video. So I am thinking about talking about another topic that I want to expose, because I'm almost done with exposing the Jehovah Witness um, organization cult. um, so I was thinking about um, discussing another topic. I made a poll on my channel, so you guys can go vote there. I have some options that you guys can choose from, but I'm almost done exposing the Jehovah Witness organization, beliefs, cultness, um, and I do have some other things. I'm also thinking about debating a Jehovah Witness. I do want to have that experience very soon, so I'm probably gonna make a post on that as well. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys soon.